the prosecutor has a difficult time handling domestic violence cases because very often the complainant is uncooperative. And when we say I did it out of anger, that means you manipulated the system to have him locked up. This is file number 25103SM, People versus Gagandeep Singh. Good morning, Mr. Singh. You're charged with domestic violence, second offense, and malicious destruction of property. We had dealt with one of these a little earlier that I think involved your mother-in-law.
Yes.
This is a new charge from January. Domestic violence, second offense is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail. And a fine of up to $1,000. The complaining witness, Justine DeVito Singh, is also present. There are conditions that you're not to have any contact with her. When we last talked, you were staying at your place of business, or is that where you're still staying?
Yes.
All right. And according to your lawyer, Jordan Harden, wish me to set this for a final pretrial before trial.
Your Honor, Mr. Singh did promptly call me the day he was arraigned. However, I did not receive his reports until earlier this week. I handed him a copy today just because of mailing. So I am requesting time to set up an appointment with him to go over those, as well as kind of review. He is on a deferral already.
Yes.
Communicate about the ramifications of a plea in this file on that one. Continue to talk with the prosecuting attorney. The complaining witness is here. I have directed her to the prosecutor's office, and she's here with their victim rights coordinator today. So,
all right. Do you? I don't think I have any last pretrials for you set.
Don't believe so. But as long as I have proper notice, I should be able to make it work. Thursdays are just a little tough with abuse and neglect court.
Yes, that's always been a problem. I just saw two of those. How are you for March 27th?
I'm scheduled for status conference in the circuit court, so that would work out pretty well.
Thursday, the 27th at 2 o'clock.
Yes, I'm set for 1 o'clock upstairs, but
Right.
I should be done by 2 o'clock.
Well, that's a long ways away from here. They've got no contact provisions. Let's see if we can do this sooner than that.
I'm fine with that as well.
How about February 27th?
That would work.
All right, February 27th at 2 o'clock.
Thank you, Anna.
That will be a final pretrial. We'll be here at the courthouse. They have to be here live. We will, at that time, either resolve the matter, perhaps with a plea, or set the matter for trial. We'll pick the trial date at that time. There's several things going on here. You're on a deferral from the earlier case involving your mother-in-law. Now there's this one, and I don't know too much about this. Do you have permanent residency status?
Not yet.
So this could affect your residency status. It's a domestic violence case, and those are coming to the attention of the Immigration Service. So there's a ramification of that to this also.
Your Honor, is she able to say something?
Yes?
Your Honor, I came in.
Why don't you come over here and have a seat?
Thank you for allowing me to speak, Your Honor. I had came
Just
in,
a minute. You're Justine DeVito Singh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're the complaining witness in this case?
Yes, I was.
All right. What would you like me to know?
Yes, so I came in, I want to say it was a Friday, or the day of the incident, to file the PPO directly, out of anger. I came in, the following day the court was open to dismiss if I was allowed. For some odd reasons, paperwork must have gotten I don't know what happened, but it didn't.
Well,
properly-
there's two different things. There's a personal protection order and there's a bond condition. So I don't know about the personal protection order, but there is a bond condition that says he's not to have any contact with you. Let me look at it. So go ahead.
Okay, so I had asked if that would have been acquitted, for the PPO. And also, I didn't know if there was anything else that I may say that we can acquit these charges. Like I said, I reacted out of the anger, from the conversation that we had had, and, I actually was in the wrong for this situation. And also my husband, we did file a marital case. So this was a year ago, and we are only a few months away from, I guess, the acceptance from government or not, if he would be allowed, for a waiver or to be able to, not have to go to the country to come back to get his papers through marriage.
So you're married right now?
Yes.
All right. Now, this happens more often than not. The prosecutor has a difficult time handling domestic violence cases because very often the complainant is uncooperative. And when we say I did it out of anger, that means you manipulated the system to have him locked up. And we find that what's mostly true is what happened, what was said that night is closest to the truth. There were a couple of calls. You had a warrant for your arrest out of Jackson.
It was a different,
different?
the
Mr.
report
Singh?
indicates that the birthdays didn't match. It was a different individual.
All right, that's not a common American name, but it's a common Indian name. All right, so at this point, you wish to dismiss the charges?
Yes, Your Honor. And if I may add, the reason for the argument was, for my wedding ring.
All right, well, don't tell me more about it at this point.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't make the charges, the people of the state of Michigan did. So the title of the case is the people of the state of Michigan versus Gagandeep Singh. If you were dead, you wouldn't be here to be the complainant. So it's the people of the state of Michigan. So if you have a personal protection order, that's yours. And you can come in and ask that it be dismissed. With a criminal case, that's up to the prosecutor. And at this point, they're not willing to dismiss the case. One of the conditions of his probation, he's not supposed to be involved in any assaultive or threatening behavior. So even something less than assaulting someone could be a violation of his probation. The incident was about getting divorced and over a telephone. There were children there. He allegedly kicked the dog. And it wasn't a terrible assault. The family dog appeared to have suffered no injury from being kicked. So that's why there's a big timeout, and he's got to stay there and you've got to stay there. This also could result in him being deported, which is going to leave you and your kids and their father thousands of miles away from each other. So to say I called because I was angry is a dangerous fuse to be lit that sometimes is hard to extinguish. So I'll note that you were here. You wish to drop the no contact provision, but at this point, I'm not willing to do that. I don't have the prosecutor here to address it, but I did move the date up. So this also, whether or not it results in a conviction, could be a violation of your probation. Supposedly poured some bleach on her property, and I don't know, the whole thing was very unpleasant. So I'll note that court declines to lift bond condition at this time. once Ms. Yancey gets all the reports, the videos, the body cams, whatever they've got, she can discuss it with one of the prosecuting attorneys, and may also need to bring in his probation officer and figure out how to proceed. But I'll set the last pretrial for February 27th at 2 o'clock. That'll be live. All right, thank you. You're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.